Great. It's time to get you all started. Hello, everybody. How are you all doing today? Can I see you all waving your hands with a big smile on? How are you all doing today? Are you all excited to be here? Show me some excitement there. Wow, look at the happy faces there. Thank you. Thank you. It really fills my heart with a commitment which you all show up. Every Thursday we meet to learn something new. Good to see you all. Let us start the session by celebrating few minutes about all the breakthroughs we are creating. Hey, are you all with me? Give me a big yes if you're with me on that. One of the fundamental element of any skill is put it to work. Okay, everybody say this. Any fundamental thing about any skill is you have to put it to work. If you don't put it to work, then it no more remains a skill. It's just information. So you're not no more applying that information into action. So that's why we invite you to learn this skill of handwriting analysis in different capacities and different intensities so that you can put this science into action and see results not only for yourself, but also for people around you. So one such result, let's start with Sandhya. Everybody say hello to Sandhya ji there. Sandhya ji is a master practitioner of graphology. She is my curriculum graduate. The term curriculum graduate is given to people who complete all the programs offered by us. And she herself is a healer. She's a coach. She's a trainer. And now she's also using handwriting analysis in terms of graphotherapy. So let's hear from Sandhya ji. Sandhya ji, please unmute yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself and also the breakthrough which you talked about.
It's a happy evening, everyone. Happy evening, sir. I'm very happy to share this wonderful result. One of my participants, he was suffering with knee pain, leg pains actually. Cough muscles and catches was happening in his face, where he is a businessman, where he has to stand for long time and sometimes whole day. And he's running a medical shop, and where he got 100% cured, and he is doing 90 days program, that is health graphotherapy, and result has started from 30th day.
Wow.
Yeah. So yesterday he has given wonderful feedback that is 100% cured. And some people they got cured with allergies, dust allergy, wheezing, sneezing, like all these problems are getting cured very fastly, and many results, many results. Knee pain,
Amazing.
especially thyroid, and constipation. So we are getting all these results, and some people they are they are blessed with clear vision as well. As I'm doing eye healing camp where I have added this strokes, graphotherapy strokes, and they are doing on daily basis. Where one lady she has given this feedback day before yesterday that she was not able to see the cricket score with 8 feet long, like okay 8 feet distance, and she is able to see the score. So now, and she has given that feedback and very wonderful results.
Great. More power to you. Everybody type in more power to you, Sandhya ji, for creating extraordinary results. And if you're
Thank you,
sitting
sir.
there and wondering, Imran, how handwriting can impact on your eyes, on your tummy, and everything, it's a very simple strategy. Your handwriting is coming from your brain. And we use graphotherapy to empower your brain. And that's why we have this very beautiful tag, which we talk about a healthy mind cannot have a diseased body. And I want you to understand we don't cure diseases. We are not in competition with doctors. Doctors are definitely going to do what they're best of doing at, but treating your body, we all are the brain doctors. So we basically help people get present to the potential they all have. So let's hear a big applause for Sandhya ji there. Everybody show some love. Sandhya, thank you for being a torchbearer of this science in your community, in your region, and we are looking forward to see you grow many, many folds. So, ladies and gentlemen, how many of you want to create results for yourself, especially about your health? Because one of the things I believe is that please work around and get it right. You don't need to be working on your, medicines. We really want you to be medicine-free existence. So that's the idea about it. So thank you, Sandhya ji, for inspiring all of us. So anybody else who wants to share with us? Oh, you want to say something else? Okay, yes, go ahead.
So one more sharing from kids graphotherapy. That is one girl. She is studying seventh standard, and she told, like, auntie, like I was getting irritated for even very small things. When my teacher repeats the answer, I was getting irritated. So it was like on the scale of 1 to 10, she was getting irritated. 9. She has given that rate, and now the irritation has got 0.
Wow.
And that girl, she is not getting irritated with her parents, with her teachers, and their teachings as well. And their parents are very, very happy because, like, by getting irritated, they were like not able to handle her. So that too, that is seventh, eighth, ninth standard is like very like they have entered. They will be like entering teenage, and it was very tough for their parents to handle her. And now it has got very easy. And personally, their parents thank me and thank you so very much, sir.
Amazing. So that's all unsaid benefits of handwriting development, especially with children. We normally say it's a basically handwriting development program, but look at the type of results people are able to generate. Great. Thank you so much for being such a amazing facilitator.
Thank
Okay.
you, sir. Thank you
Thank you
so
for
very
all the
much.
wonderful newses. Let's go ahead and let's speak to our scientist friend. Suryaji, how are you doing today? Everybody say hello to Mr. Surya. Suryaji, just wanted to confirm, you're part of ISRO, is what I remember.
Yeah. Yes.
We all acknowledge the entire team of ISRO for making it possible, for having our flag onto the lunar. And I don't know what to say. It's a moment which is proud, and then it's a learning, right? There is definitely a light after the end of the tunnel there. Suryaji, how does it feel being part of
Yeah,
ISRO?
we feel wonderful and excited. Actually, we celebrate a lot. Even my friends and other things, a lot of pujas and other things. Even my classmates and other things. Actually, I started my first patient 30 days therapy. So in 2 days it's over. Today is the second day. What she's comparing is that Eswigils is the first 2 days in that 30 days book. After the 2 days, today she is telling that, sir, I'm feeling a little bit energy wise okay, but what is it? She never had that back pain. Very rare is to come. It is now pain. All of a sudden, without doing anything, the back pain is increased, and she is feeling little bit what was disturbed within herself. So I want to just ask you: in 2 days, is it this really affecting, or is it normal?
Yeah. So normally when people come and tell me, Imran, I'm writing graphotherapy, my pain has increased, I normally say, congratulations, it's working.
Yeah.
Yeah. So nothing to worry.
Yeah, I
And the
told
best
you.
part is
Yeah,
she's
two
so
days
open
within
for
2 days.
receiving.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's also open for receiving that she's able to see resistance at a very early stage. So what she's experiencing right now is called resistance. Everybody do this? It's called resistance, and I'm sure everybody has felt that when you started writing, you felt that your temper went high, you felt more irritated, you felt not writing it at all. Sometimes the logical mind said, why are you doing all these things, who writes nowadays? So all this is nothing but part of the resistance.
Yeah.
And when somebody says, Imran, I came for better things, but I'm feeling more down right now, the only thing I need to tell is congratulations, it's working. Now the only responsibility is stick around.
Okay.
Because now that if you give up, then your subconscious mind will overpower you and you will have a belief system saying that nothing can help me.
Okay.
Nothing can cure me. Now you need to stand your ground, and that's why you need to facilitate this. So thank you, Suryaji, for standing by and supporting her. And it's a matter of time. See, when people write,
Well, within 2 days, everything will settle. Even after 2 days, if you have a feeling, let's think about other things.
no, it will take some time. See, we are, averagely we're 30 years, 35 years now, and we all have our share of resistance. So it's a good news. So don't worry about that.
Okay, thank you.
But anytime you feel anything which is happening, which you don't, are not in your comfort zone. So don't worry, everybody. Celebrate saying that it's working. Okay. So thank you, Dr. Surya, for sharing that. Everybody show some love for Dr. Surya there. Congratulations, it's working.
Yeah. Thank you, Imran.
Congratulations, it's working. I love to take more sharings, but you know what? Let's go. Okay, Shalini says, yes, all that happened with me, thanks to Shilpa for support that made me overcome. I'm in this now. Yes, Shalini ji, thank you so much. Our entire team works together to make it happen, and everybody's trained so beautifully that they know what to be done when it is required. Okay, so any quick sharing before we take? Okay, Rita ji, you want to say something? Okay, so let's hear from Rita. Yes, Rita ji, what's happening?
Yes, sir. Even I am working with 2 clients.
Amazing.
Now, one person has many ailments. Like I know, he himself shared that he has so many issues. Now, if we tell that person that these things are seen in your handwriting, so he said, "ये सब तो मैंने ही बताया आपको." So, how do we explain this to them that even the writing is telling this?
See, I don't understand what people expect out of it, but it's a very normal thing. It's like when you go to your doctor, you have to tell the doctor the problem you have, and doctor is able to see that in your reports. Doctor is able to see that on your body, and he acknowledges the same. So that's what we're doing. You're acknowledging that it's there. So it's not about identifying, it's about what can be done next, how you can actually support them in working on it. So that's a very simple strategy. So nothing to be worried about. Nothing to be worried about. So
Sometimes we feel short of vocabulary. I mean, we are repeating the same things, what they have told us.
it's just a matter of time. You're all getting started. And when you get present to this power, you will have a better vocabulary and you learn. And in fact, we're learning about that today. I'll teach you how to have a better vocabulary and we can be working on it. So
Okay,
congratulations.
thank you, sir.
But congratulations on the 2 clients which you got started. All these
Thank
questions
you.
you're going to get is going to make you a better handwriting analyst. So everybody show some love for Rita ji there. And by the way, she's from Scotland and she's doing all that wonderful work in that part of the world. So everybody show some love for Rita ji there. So I love to hear
Thank
more,
you.
Manisha ji and everybody. But right now, I have more important content to share with all of you. So let's begin with that. Okay. So great. Great. Yeah, everybody, give me one word. What is your experience of practicing graphotherapy? So let's conclude it all. Okay, so let's hear some amazing things. Everybody on your chat box right now. Okay, Alkaji says Imran is awesome practicing graphotherapy. So one word. Kamleji says life changing. Okay, Manjuna says speechless. Sonal says healing. Jignesh Bhai says fantabulous. Manisha ji says life transforming. Says millionaire. Who's this millionaire? Aruna. Okay. And I feel energetic. Pooja says magical. Vandana says, Meena says amazing. Feeling healthy. It's a revelation. Okay, great. It's amazing. I'm enjoying it. It's therapeutic. Kalpana ji says, school days again. Yes, Elish. Life transforming. Life is on control. Peace of mind. Wow. Thank you for all these wonderful answers. Magic, life transforming. And all of you who have not yet started writing graphotherapy, this is the answers for all of you. Please take action. All these results is also possible for you. It's just a matter of time. Okay. Just a matter of time. So those of you who have not started writing graphotherapy, can I take a commitment on the chat box? Type in IP. Imran, I promise to get started because that's where the action is. If you don't remember, if you want results, you have to take action. You want results, you need to take action. Because the power, everybody listen to me very carefully, the power to change your life is inside of you. And if you're not going to make this work for you, then no medicine, no therapy, nothing can help you. Nothing can help you. Seemaji, it's a matter of time, don't worry. But pick up plain sheets, join me in the morning. Join me in the morning. Join me in the morning. Amazing. I'm super excited. I want to start this session by celebrating. You know what? I don't know how much to explain you this as a news, but I'm super glad and happy. You know what? Look at all this, everybody. All these are letters which I received from all my students. You know what? We are bringing back more reasons to make you all come back to handwriting. So what I suggested my students in one of my sessions is that I told them, take a England letter, write me letters and send it to me. I got tons of letters receiving, and more than me, my children are excited because they don't know what is this, right? For them, they belong to a generation where they don't know what post office actually does, other than it's a red color building and they have read it in their textbook saying that postal service. But you know what? This is amazing. Congratulations for getting started. And you know what? Next time when I meet, I want my entire office to be filled with these pages, with these books. How many of you are ready with that? All that you have to do is, anytime you have a breakthrough, anytime you have an amazing story to share with me, buy an England letter, okay? Write your story and then send it to me, okay? I love to record this, and your memory is going to be preserved in my heart in form of your handwriting. Okay, so I want to have that privilege. So thank you for all that love. I want to quickly acknowledge the letters which I received today. So thank you, Vijaya. Where's Vijaya? Vijaya, if you're here, please raise your virtual hand. Thank you, Vijaya P, for sending me this beautiful letter. Thank you, Sonal Gandhi. Sonal, are you here? Raise your virtual hand if you're here. Congrats. Thank you so much for sending me this beautiful letter. I am having fun. You know, I had some of the letters made me emotional. I had tears in my eyes because the type of words they use. Sometimes I wonder, do I really deserve so much of love and gratitude? But thanks to the Almighty and all of you for the love. Thank you, Harish ji. I got your letter. And thank you, Gurudat ji. If you're here, please raise your virtual hand. Gurudat P, thank you for your letter. Thank you, Roshni Pinto from Bangalore. Roshni ji, thank you so much for the letter. And we have Manjunath. Thank you so much for the letter, Manju. Very beautiful. You know, I love the way you wrote the letter. Systematic here also. See, perfectionist. Look at the margins and look at the letters. And I also have letter from Sharmila. I guess Sharmila. Thank you so much for the letter. So, and I have many more. I have not yet opened it. So in the next session, I'm going to read out all these names. So can you see how excited I am to receive all these letters? So how many of you are going to be sending me letters? Because all this is going to be memory for me. You know, I'm going to be cherishing this for life. And thank you for recording your emotions, your love, your gratitude onto the paper and making this work. Are you with me? Right? So how many of you are going to be sending me letters in the coming days? Send me some love, send me some gratitude, and send me all possible emotions, but make sure you put it on the paper, make it exciting, make it more wonderful. Yeah. So what is my postal address? If you open up your material, you'll see my postal address there, but don't worry, I'm going to share that in the end of this session today. You'll have my postal address. You can actually send me. Okay. I want to hear from each one of you. I really want to, record this and preserve this for life. This is like the biggest gift I ever received. I was super excited to read all these things. And some of the letters I'm repeating once or twice. I read it twice actually, because it's so powerful, so powerful. That's the power of words. How many of you remember receiving letters and all the emotions? You know what? I had floodgates of emotions when I was reading it. Yeah, I look forward to receiving your letters in the coming days. And every Thursday, I will read out the names of all the people who have been writing me letters. And I look forward to acknowledge you. And it will not cost you much. You just have to go to a post office and let's start a realm. Let's bring back writing letters, handwriting, and let's find all possible reasons to bring it into action. Okay. Thank you. Great. So let's begin with the session. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So here is my address. Everybody, please make a note and you can save this and you can send me the letter, or you can ask your facilitator for the address, and it's very simple and easy. And I look forward to receiving all your letters. And once again, thank you for each one of you for taking time and sending me this love. Okay. Great. So let's get started with today's session. How many of you are excited for today's session? We have an amazing topic to talk about, and the topic is rewiring your subconscious mind using the power of words. And everything you speak has an energy to it. Everything you do has an energy to it. And in fact, your name also has an energy to it. Are you all with me? Your name also has an energy to it. That's why the way you say it, the way you write it, everything matters. Okay? Everything matters. So every word you speak, especially the way you speak, is important. The choice of words which you make is also important. So let's discuss that today, and let's use our PowerPoint presentation to make it easy for all of us to understand this. You're welcome to make notes. Yes. Code of honor. Those of you new to our academy and this is your first session, we stand by a certain code of honor. This is something which you can count on us. And this is something which we want to invite you to have this in your life. The first code of honor is being resourceful. Our commitment as a student, as your facilitator, is that every area of our life, we want to be resourceful. As a parent, being resourceful. As a business owner, resourceful. As an employee, resourceful. as a student, resourceful. So every area, learn, upgrade, update yourself, and become resourceful in that area. Number two, enough of knowing. Now it's time to get on to the doing part. It's not just about filling your palette with information. It's about taking action so that you can create results. So our commitment is we are standing by you to support you from shifting from knowing to the doing mode. Number three is practice the power of clarity. One of the things which we emphasize very importantly is to have the power of clarity. Yes or a no, nothing in between. Because being on the fence is very painful. Committed to being responsible in every dimension of life. We love to empower you to take action and commitment in your life so that you are going to be responsible. So we basically stand by a statement saying that your health, your happiness is your personal responsibility. We're not going to wait for people to make us happy. We're not going to make for people to take action for us to feel good. The idea is to take action. Next, contribute back to the society and to the science. You know what? It's so easy just to write down this as a principle. But what is important is, the beautiful part is, you see all these things in action. So let me give you an example. The last point where we're talking about contribute back to the society and to the science, I want to tell you, how many of you are receiving our newsletters? You know, we have a bi-weekly newsletters. Can I see some hands going up? We love to hear from you. How is your experience of reading those newsletters? Because it's not me who's doing it. We have an entire team of our master practitioners who are doing all this to stand by this code of honor, contribute back to the society and to the science. Can we hear a bigger applause for all our publication team for doing such a wonderful job there? Thanks, Poonamji. Thanks to all the members who are part of the community, Viji, Padmini ji there. We also have Tandav, Shilpa ji supporting into it. And we also have Nalini who is supporting into it. So thank you for making this happen. And apart from this, we also have our master practitioners who are curating handwriting samples. You know, we are collecting handwriting samples to give you more clarity about how exactly a physical frustration in handwriting shows up, how exactly a health challenge in handwriting shows up. And very soon, we're going to give you access to all the samples where your learning becomes easy. How many of you are excited about that? So can you see that all these are not just words, but also in action it's happening. And the next thing is transformation from us to you to others. So we invite you not only learn this science, but pass this power of changing people's life back to the people, and let's have a transformed world. And that's what the entire mission is, reaching out to 1 million people, make them fall in love with handwriting, and support them in forging their future using the power of pen. So how many of you want to be a part of this mission? How many of you want to see this in reality? Can I see some big S on the chat box? Come on, everybody, type in me on the chat box. Yep. Thank you, Vijay. Thank you, Kalpana ji. Thank you, Rasika. Thank you, Sonal. Thank you, Manjunath, Ashish ji, Shafal ji, Ritanya, and Jayashree, everybody there. Let's make this possible, because remember, not everybody who needs your help is going to come and knock on your door. We have to make ourselves available. We are living in a very fragile world where we see elders, grown-ups, and teenagers not being responsible enough about their own life. They think the easiest way to handle problems and situations is to end their life or to take some extreme steps. But I want all of you to be responsible enough and be that savior. And even if you are able to see even you are able to save one life, in your entire lifetime, I think it was worthy of you being into the world. How many of you agree with me on that? So every time I talk about this science, it's not just about you, it's about also what you can give back to the society. Okay. So thank you all master practitioners and everybody. Thank you for making this code of honor come into reality. Okay. Thank you. So learning of the week, let's get on to decoding our subconscious mind. Okay. So what are we going to do right now is, these Thursday sessions are basically designed for two important reasons. One, to understand handwriting analysis in a deeper level. And number two is to understand human behavior on a deeper level. So my commitment and my promise to all of you is in the coming Thursday sessions, these are some of the important topics which I want to cover, and I want your commitment. You show up, you bring all your batchmates, you bring all your people. Let's make sure that you attend this session so that you go back home much more enriched in terms of information related to handwriting. So in the coming days, we're going to talk more about understanding our mind. Everybody point your fingers to the head and say mind, understanding the conditioning of the mind, steps to identify the conditioning of the mind, process to uncondition, images, how the subconscious mind understands, and many more things. So these are the things which I'm looking forward to share with all of you in the coming Thursdays. So please make sure you show up. And also, not only you showing up, make sure you bring along your fellow classmate or batchmate who is part of our community to show up along with you. Okay. So being in touch matters. So today's topic is power vocabulary. Everybody say this with me. Power. You have to say it. Power vocabulary. We use words every day to communicate, to express our feelings and thoughts, but we often forget how powerful they can be and how important it is to choose them with care if you wish to attract happiness and success. When I talk about vocabulary, it's not about language, because everybody sitting there must be thinking, Imran, oh, I think I need to improve my English. I need to improve my language skills. No, it's about the choice of words which you want to use in whatever language which you speak in. And watch this, everybody. Every great leader is an amazing speaker. When I say amazing speaker, it's not just the stage presence, it's the way they speak to you, the way they take pauses, the way they make the right choice of words. Everything matters. So one of the fundamental takeaways from today's session should be about being present to the toxic vocabulary we have. So my focus is forget about adding new words in your vocabulary. Let's remove some of the words from your vocabulary which are not empowering enough. How many of you want that? Give me a big yes if you want that. Come on, everybody, high and up. Very good. Yeah, it's a good exercise to do. So let's get you started. We often underestimate the power of words. How many of you agree with me on that? Because हमें लगता है यार Imran, I appreciated that person, but the choice of words you use to appreciate that words are very important. Did you speak to your mother? Yes, I did speak, but the way you spoke is very important. Did you give feedback to your colleague about the problem or the challenges the person speak? हमें लगता है कि हमने communicate कर दिया, but remember, I also tell you this in terms of handwriting analysis, and this is for all the handwriting analysts in the making or already you are. Remember this rule. One word, everybody. How many words? One word. Everybody give me one. One word can make your analysis or break your analysis. One word. So when you're explaining analysis to people, when you're answering somebody's question, if you make one wrong choice of word, everything shatters. So similarly, we often underestimate the power of words. हमें लगता है कि यार सिर्फ बोल ही तो दिया है, नहीं बोला नहीं है. You have set the frequency with that word. Words can change any circumstance. You can speak life into and restore into a situation. How many of you agree with me on that? आप अपनी बातों से कोई भी situation में सिनेरियो में जान डाल सकते हैं या तो जान निकाल सकते हैं. So what is important is to be present to that. Like when you're talking to your child, especially if you are having a fight with your spouse, no matter whatever the problem is, you say one wrong word, your spouse is going to hold on to that one word, forgetting all the other situation. Like, how can you say this word to me? Can you see that? How many, all the smiling faces, you know what I'm talking about, right? And some of you are very smart people. You don't want to smile too much also, not too less also. Like, yeah, smart way of smiling, yeah. So it's all about that. You can change the direction of your future. Okay. Remember when India got independence? Remember the first speech given by the first prime minister in the night of the, freedom, right? Those are only words. Remember the Martin Luther King, when he was on the podium and he talked about, I saw the promised land. It was nothing but the words. And Nelson Mandela, when you talked about having, South Africa free as a nation and experiencing freedom, it was nothing but the words which you wrote in form of book and the speeches. So your language, your words matter. That's the point I'm impacting to you right now. So everybody, we need to have empowering vocabulary, okay? You can bring new life and hope to a relationship by what you say. And by the way, what am I doing right now? I'm using my words for me to motivate all of you to get back to your handwriting. I'm using my words to tell you how awesome each one of you are. I'm using my words to acknowledge my team, my students. Can you see that? I have no other power other than speaking to you through my words. How many of you are present to that? I'm not holding your hand. I'm not actually, standing by you. What I'm doing is all I'm with you is with my words. And that's how the powerful words are. You can take an idea that is not in existence today by the power of your words. You can shape it, mold it, and bring the idea into life. And all it requires is right vocabulary. So now let's understand. Yeah, you can change lives of those around you by speaking words of hope, faith, and encouragement. All my professional handwriting analysts, what are you doing? You're speaking out the analysis to people. You're telling them how awesome they are. You're telling them what are the natural abilities they already have. And you're actually empowering people with your words. And people buy your services because you spoke to them. People want to work with you because you spoke certain words to them. They saw faith and hope in your words. Are you all with me? How many of you now all of a sudden realize, Imran, the type of words? And by the way, I'm not only talking about the words which you speak, but the words which your brain thinks. It's also about the way you speak to yourself. It's the vocabulary you use about your own self. So it's not just about spoken vocabulary, but it's also about what you feel and what you're present to. Okay. So let's get on to it. How many of you are ready for this? Change your words and change your life. Yeah, it's as simple as this. It's as simple as this. Yeah, it's just about words. How many of you are married? If you don't know the power of words, your marriage is nothing but the words of commitment you gave to your spouse. Some of you read out your vows. Some of you signed it on the words. Some of you declared it to the world in front of the people. Yes, I accept this person into my life. And your words have power. If you're standing in front of the God, you're seeking his help, it's nothing but the words. You're standing and acknowledging it's nothing but the words. Are you with me? Your words have power. It makes relationship. In the earlier days, if you are shaking somebody's hand and you give your word, it was taken as an agreement, no paperwork. If, in the earliest, the evolution of communication, it says, if you met somebody and you shook the hand and you gave your word and it has been witnessed by one person, it's a bigger agreement than anything else. And that person can actually take you to the court of law because you committed your words and you're going back against your words. Journalist Gail Sheehy quotes, if we don't change, we don't grow. If we don't grow, we aren't really living. So today we are talking about change in a very responsible manner. And that's what we're going to be taking forward. Hey, are you all with me? Give me a big yes if you're with me. Great. So let's start. Author Joyce Meyer says, speak on purpose and make your words count. Everybody, please make a note of it. Please make a note of it. Joyce says, speak on purpose and make your words count. If your words can't change people's life, you would rather not speak. Because we're very good at gossiping. We are very good at condemning. We are very good at complaining. We are very good at criticizing. Can you see that? When we have to criticize, we have a very good vocabulary. When we have the beautiful things to say, we always run short of words. How many of you agree with me on that? And when I was undergoing training program, my teacher made this in reality in front of us. You know what our teacher did? How many of you are interested to know what my teacher did to me? He wanted us to realize Are you with me? He wanted us to realize that how short of words we are when it comes to positivity in our life. And the best example he gave was, he said, in the classroom, he said, is anybody celebrating birthday today? And we had one of the classmates standing up and saying, yes, sir, my birthday today. And he brought the person on the stage. Everybody. So normally when you meet somebody who is celebrating their birthday or anniversary, what do you wish them? What do you wish them? Go ahead. Tell me. I'm watching. What do you wish them? Imagine if it is my birthday today. What will you wish them? What will you wish me? Yeah, happy birthday. You wish me happiness. Yeah, good wishes. Best wishes. Are you with me? Are you with me? And you know what my teacher asked everybody to do? He said, today is Imran's birthday. I'm giving my own example. You will meet him during the break. You will shake his hand, and Imran will not let go of your hand until you tell 5 beautiful statements to Imran about who he is as a person. Are you with me? Because the easiest way is say, happy birthday, and you walk away. But imagine I'm holding your hand. And I'm not going to let go of the hand until you tell me 5 beautiful statements. And you know what happened? People were searching. People got stuck. People got frozen. People did not know what to say after 1 or 2 statements. Are you with me? People could not get anything. You know, some of them went to 3 statements and they got stuck with the 4th one. And I'm holding their hand. And some of them actually said, Imran, after a break, I will come back and tell you other 2 things. But please let me go of my hand because we have limited time. We have to finish the break and have to come back. So can you see that how short of words we are? And you know what? My teacher proved it to us. And he mentioned one topic. And when it comes to complaining, when it comes to criticizing, we're never short of words. And he actually proved it to us. He spoke to one of the parents and said, tell me some of the things which you want to change in your child's behavior or you want your child to have. And the parent stood up and went on and on. You know what? I would love to see my child getting up every day. You know, I want him to get serious about his studies. I am very worried about his academics. I'm not really. Can you see that? She went on and on and on. And the same lady could not come out with 5 beautiful statements to appreciate anybody's birthday happening there. So can you see that how, you know, we are dearth of words when it comes to appreciating the positive words in people's life. How many of you are able to relate to what I'm speaking to you right now? Can you see that when it comes to complaining about political scenarios in our life, how the situation of the country is and how the weather is? Can you see that how we have list of things to talk about it? How our mother-in-law is, how my daughter-in-law is, how my husband is not doing certain things, how my society people are not being considerate enough. Can you see that we have a lot of things to tell? But the same way you don't have any positive words to say. You don't believe me? Everybody pull out your paper and pen. Assume it's my birthday and write me 5 sentences. Because some of you are still stuck with that. Imran, what are the 5 things I can tell anybody about their birthday? 5 beautiful statements. Come on, everybody. Pull out your paper and write. And whenever you get stuck, message on the chat box saying that got stuck in the 2nd statement or got stuck in the 3rd statement. Let's be honest. Come on, everybody. Let's do this. This is an activity in action. 5 beautiful statements. It's my birthday today and give me 5 beautiful statements. Come on, everybody. Yeah, don't just nod your head because I will also going to ask you to read it. Yeah, Rekhaji, thank you for being so honest. Got stuck in the 3rd statement. Love you for this. I'm looking for more honest people, okay? 4th statement, Surya Narayan says, good progress. But be honest, Love you, Surya ji, for being honest. Fourth statement, Imran, I got stuck. I don't know what else to say. Ritanya says fifth. Wow, what is a progressive? From third to fourth and the fifth. 5 beautiful statements. Come on, everybody. Imagine it's my birthday. 5 beautiful statements. Yeah, some of you are able to do it because, I mentally prepared you. But if you're done with 5, go for 6. Ananya, thank you for being honest. Third. Meena, thank you for being honest. Third statement. Stuck for 4, Sandhya. Kitty, third. Rasika, fifth. Hima, third. Meena, fourth. Fifth. Third. Thank you. Stuck on fifth. Can you see that? I'm not just saying it. It's reality. It's reality. It's reality. Yeah, my master practitioners can do it because they're used to hearing me wishing somebody's, how many of you heard me wishing birthdays? I completely finished speaking all 5 statements. How many of you seen me doing that? I don't just say happy birthday and then go away. No, I'm there looking into the eyes of the person and wishing him and doing it. Like, can you see that? Dekha? Action mein dekha? You're not able to write it. Now, the same way if I ask you to write about all the problems you're facing in your life, you can write one chapter. Some of you can come with different volumes of book. Volume number 1, problems of my life. Volume number 2, problems of my life continued. Volume number 3, problems of my life to the power of the problems is a problem. Can you see that? Volumes of my life. Can you see that? We can all go on and on. In fact, some of you can write one book on your husband. Things I want to change in my husband should be a very good title of your book. In fact, every day you can finish one chapter. How many of you agree with me? All the wonderful wives out there, all of you are happily smiling there. My heart goes out to your husband. Like, your criticism does not stop. एक चीज बोला था तुम्हें लाने के लिए, तुम लेके नहीं आए. It does not stop at one statement. It says, पहले भी आपने यही किया था, कभी भी आपसे कुछ नहीं होता, पहले से ही आप ऐसे ही हैं. Can you see that? You will not stop at that. You will go on and on and on about it. You know how much good your vocabulary is? You will realize it when you meet in traffic. Because sometimes you will surprise yourself with the type of vocabulary you have, which is very negative. Because you're a different person. That's why there's a very beautiful statement which said, everybody is a good human being until I meet you on the road. Are you with me? Everybody is a good human being until I meet you on the road. Because रास्ते में सिर्फ आपको हाथ दिखाना पड़ता है, बस वहां से पूरी स्टोरी अलग हो गई. Hey, are you all with me? Are you all making sense, or is it making sense to you? Words. And it's very funny, I do workshops. On the first day of the workshop, remember I tell you to tell me good things, whatever you learn and everything. Some of you send me one-liners. Very good workshop. उससे आगे आप बढ़ेंगे नहीं. Some of you say, it was a nice, very empowering workshop. इतना ही आप बोल पाते हैं. अगर वही भी कोई workshop आप में value नहीं मिला, you will write. Are you with me? Yep. Thank you. Some of you wrote 6, some of you wrote 10. Nice. Thank you. It shows my teachings are working for you, okay? I'm proud of you. So now, looking within yourself, you can find those words which are holding you back. Author Joyce Meyer says, speak on purpose and make your words count. Looking within yourself, you can find those words which are holding you back. The words you think and say out loud affect not only you, but the people around you. The words you think and you say out loud not only affect you, but the people around you. My mom is my biggest teacher, and she says this one beautiful statement. I think it will make sense for all of you. वो उर्दू में बोलते हैं, इमरान, लोग मार भूल जाएंगे लेकिन बातों को नहीं भूलेंगे. लोग मार भूल जाएंगे लेकिन आपकी बातों को नहीं भूलेंगे. So be wise in terms of using your words. So my mom says, you can forget the beatings given by people, but you'll never forget the words coming out of their mouth. So just in the sway of emotions, I don't know, I just said it in the form of anger. I don't really mean it, what I said. It does not count. Are you with me? Are you with me? So 5 tricks that will guide you to change your words and your word. Okay. How many of you want to learn that? Give me a big yes. Come on, everybody. So let's start with one of the things which you need to learn is more than bringing in new words. Are you with me? More than bringing in new words, learn this. What is it? Speak slowly, double the impact. Are you with me? Speak slowly, double the impact. Now, let me demonstrate this to you. Are you all with me? Okay, let me demonstrate this to you. So I want to volunteer. So who wants to volunteer with me? Yeah, I want somebody with a stable internet connection. So let's do this. Okay. So now you just have to be with me. Okay. You don't have to react anything. So now everybody say hello to Jignesh Bhai there. So Jignesh Bhai, and you're with me on the screen there. Now, everybody look at how I'm interacting with Jignesh Bhai. Are you with me there? Jignesh Bhai, are you able to hear me? See me clearly? Very good. Now, Jignesh Bhai, very good job. Now, watch me, I say that again. Jignesh Bhai, amazing work. Good job. Can you see the difference? Can you see the difference? I can actually say, hey Manjunath, love you so much. Like, Manjunath, love you so much. What happened? Same words, no? What happened? Same words. But what changed? You take the pause. So what does the word say? It says, speak slowly. It doubles your impact. Speak slowly. It doubles your impact. Speak more slowly can have a dramatic effect. Can have a dramatic effect. Like if you're, visiting somebody, people have a habit of pouring more food into a plate. Like, no, I'm done. Thank you. Or you just say, no, I'm done, I'm done. The moment you say that, they keep pouring. Look into their eyes, say that, thank you, I'm done. You don't have to repeat it twice. You don't have to say. When you feel that people are not listening to you, they don't follow your instructions, the problem is not with them. Maybe you're not communicating in an impactful manner. How many of you are able to solve same words? What difference did I make was, thank you, Jignesh Bhai. I just made a pause and I just went slow. When you want to appreciate your child, say this to the child. I'm very proud of you. Rather than just saying, I'm very proud of you. You're very good. Go, do your work. Can you see that? How many of you have been doing that mistake? Raise your hand and say, guilty. Especially all the good things, but में बोल दिया. एक sentence में पूरा बोल दिया. But if you can actually do that, you can type in guilty on the chat box. Yeah, let's be honest. We all same people there. Guilty. Impact. All that you have to do is slow down. And you know what? It will actually help you to slow down. Why? What's this? First, slow down while giving your inner judgment time to assess what you're going to say. When you slow down, you'll have this inner judgment that how this is going to land to that person. Like sometimes, remember, there's so many people who raise their hand. I have to tell them, I will take your sharing next time. You know what? I don't know whether you observe. I'll take their name, say that, Kirtiji, Suraji, we will take your sharing in the next session. Can you see that? I want to feel you acknowledged. I want you to be with me and I want to communicate in an effective manner. So you need to learn to pause. Okay. Second, it will make you easier to understand. Pausing momentarily between words, as public speakers do, helps you to make your point dynamic and memorable. Dynamic and memorable. How many of you think this one small change can change the game for you in communication? Give me a big guess. And all my professional handwriting analysts, all the analysts in the making, learn to use this in your analysis. Don't just read out the analysis. Be with words. And sometimes when you take pauses, the other person feels heard, listened, and they will open up more. They like to speak to you more because they find that comfort and calm in them. Okay, so what is the first point? Speak slowly, double the impact. Number 2, turn negatives into positive. Turn negatives into positive. For example, if Shefali and me are speaking, Shefali gave me a suggestion, or Shefali gave a suggestion in the meeting, instead of telling Shefali, no, Shefali, I don't think so like that, say, thanks for the insight, but Shefali, can you see that? Can you see that? You can use, but is not the right term, but you can actually say, I really understand where you're coming from. I really appreciate what you're saying, but I want to say this point. Can you see that? Acknowledge people. Don't use negative terminologies. Very, very important. Turn negatives into the positives. When talking with your boss, it's better to use words like, what I find inspiring is, okay? Rather than just cutting that person off, just blurting out your statement, be considerate of the person who spoke before you. Not only will it make you feel better, but it will also promote happiness and positive feelings in the person you're speaking to and get the results you hope for. This is what happens, right? Especially when you're sitting in the meeting. How many of you know, if you're sitting in a meeting, you always end up cutting people. And when you cut people, other people are waiting to cut you when you're speaking. So if you really want your entire people, the entire team in the meeting to hear you, you need to hear them first. And every time you start, like, thank you for your point, but I have this to say. Thank you for, it's a very valid point, but we need to also consider that. Can you see that? Rather than just saying that, no, I don't agree with you. No, ye abhi nahi kaam karega. It does not really work. You need to be really considerate. And you know what? Forget about board meetings. Start using this at your home. Nowadays, children want to have their say wherever you go, whatever you do. Like I went with my child just yesterday for dinner, and my child wanted to have a say in the matter where we will sit, whether it will be indoor seating in a restaurant or outdoor. Are you with me? And normally we take our children for granted. They said, no, bahar machar hai, andar bed hai. Can you see that? I would have immediately made this statement. I'll come in inside. I say, hey, nice choice, Izhan. The outside looks beautiful, but today, given with the mosquitoes around, it's wise to sit inside. Can you see that? So I'm not going to cut my child off. Next time, he's not going to stop himself. जो भी बोलता हूँ पपान तो वैसे भी सुनने वाले नहीं है, तो बोलने का क्या फायदा? You don't have to make him feel that. So I turned the negative into positive. I have to actually say no to him. I said, hey, nice choice, Izhan. And Izhan is my elder son's name. Nice choice, Izhan. But given with the situation, the mosquitoes, I think it's wise to sit inside. What do you say? He said, yeah, come inside. Or I could have just made a statement saying that, no, you don't understand. You don't have to sit outside. No, we'll sit inside. So when you overpower your, power around your family, things changes. So use your vocabulary. How many of you are guilty about doing that? Cutting people off, especially your children, especially your spouse. Are you think? And we do this. We think it's funny. We think we do it in a lighter note. You cut your husband off, you cut your wife note. Can you see that? You don't know what it is and you do it and you lose respect. You need to say, hey, Savita, thank you for that point. But don't you think so? Last time we did this thing. Can you see that? You need to have that approach towards it. It's all about being wise with your words. It's all about being wise in your words. Hey, come on, everybody, wake up. Don't get into the guilty mode. No, everybody get on. Imran, maine wo kiya tha. On that day, this happened. My husband should listen to Imran. Everybody's searching your husband there. Everybody's searching your, children there. No. It starts with you. Starts with you. Hey, Mukta, you with me? Seema ji, Mukta ji, when you don't smile, I get worried. So that's why, especially the new students, yeah, please keep the smile on. So that's my code of conversation with you. Keep the smile on. I know everything is fine. The moment you're not smiling, I get worried. Yeah. Thank you. So चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. Now, point number 3. Remember how words make you feel. Okay. So what do you mean by this, Imran? At times, words do not have straight definitions. They have nuisances. When you're talking about money, for example, replace words like debt or poor with words that remind of positive financial experiences. Like, I have a wealth of experience that enriches the team. So just to make it simple, usually when somebody asks your opinion, आप क्या बोलते हैं? I don't understand all these things, so you guys know more. Can you see that? The moment you say this statement, you are killing your impression in front of people. Now you say that, I don't have much of experience in this domain, but whatever you said, I'm with you on this. Can you see that? So you need to use, because अगर आपको लगता है you're being very honest, नहीं मुझे नहीं आता है, but the moment you bring in honesty in this, you can remember the word comes with a lot of nuisances, because whenever you use certain words, you open a lot of filling the gaps and people can use this. That's why it says silence is the biggest killer, because you think being silent in an argument is going to make things better. No. When you become silent in an argument, you give power to the another person to think whatever the person wants to think of your silence. Let me say that again. In your argument, when you are silent, you think you're doing Mahatma's work, you think divine work, you're doing very matured way of being silent. No, when you are silent, you give power to the another person to make meaning out of whatever he wants about your silence. Realize that? Realize that? So silence is not the answer. You need to communicate. Otherwise, you give the person, then you will end up justifying, no, I did not mean by this. I did not say this. I did not mean that. I did not intend to do that. You will end up justifying it. You need to be very, very clear about it. So that's why some of the times you might actually say, you felt that you want to be very, very honest, but you gave away a lot of space for the fill in the blanks to happen. So remember, when you say that, okay, whatever you say, I'm with you. So the moment you say this, you hand over your words control completely. So आपको लगा यार उनको ज़्यादा experience है, इसलिए मैंने उनको बोल दिया decision लेने के लिए, but the person can turn around things around you. So that's why remember, let me read this again for you, all of you there. At times, words do not have straight definitions. They have nuisances. When you're talking about money, for example, replace words like debt or poor with words that remind of positive financial experiences, like I have wealth of experience that enriches the team. So all these things is very important. Are you all with me? Okay. Hey, are you all with me? Because I see some of you are zoned out. Please come back. It's okay. What has happened is the past. What we have to define is our future. So take action, take it forward. Take action, take it forward. But if you're going to get onto the zone of making yourself wrong, making other people wrong, no, it's not. No, these are the type of education we need in our schools and we need in our education system. But we lack this. Parents don't talk about it. Parents think learning English is important. Parents think speaking in English is important. But what is important is getting the vocabulary right. You need to get the vocabulary right. That's why the way you write an email can make a sale happen. You write an email, you get a unsubscribe button press, because all that happened between you and the other person is the words. Your one analysis can make you bring your client, or one analysis can make that person ask you tons of questions and not buy your services. So you need to be very, very wise about it. So progressing further, let's go to the point number 4. Everybody give me 4. You want point number 4? So let's go to point number 4. The point number 4 says, replace but with and. Okay. Replace the but. My favorite word in English is but. And it's so favorite that I don't use it. Okay. So don't bring the word but. So, but is the ultimate limiting word. Write down this, everybody. But, write in capital letters, B-U-T. But is the ultimate limiting word. It's just an excuse for not moving forward. But negates everything positive. Have you not seen people? Imran, what you're doing is amazing. You know, this science is very powerful, but I don't have time to do this right now. You know this statement, right? You know, Imran, I want to do your program, right? They say, Mukund ji, मुझे आपके साथ काम करना है, लेकिन the but, I don't have time, but I'm not free right now. But, so whenever you use the word but, remember, आपको लगता है कि आपने तो छोटा सा word बोला, लेकिन it has a lot of nuances. So what happens is people take it as it kills the entire positivity around it. It kills the entire positivity around it. You know, Imran, whatever you say, I agree to it, but I don't think so. Can you say the moment you say the but, you kill the conversation. And it's very challenging. Huh? By the way, don't expect you to have better at it in a day. Sometimes I also do this type of mistakes of using the wrong words, but you need to be very, very wise right now. Be powerful, be present to it. Okay. Which one sounds better? Now, let me give an example. Point number one. You did a great job, but you need more experience. Can you see that? I said you did a great job. The moment I said the word but, I took away the power from the first statement. So what you have to say is this. You did a great job, and with experience, you will excel. So which sounds better? Which sounds better? 2, 1. Yeah. Okay, Kamlesh ji and all my master practitioners, you don't have to take screenshots, because as part of you being master practitioner, all these resources are available for you for free. You don't have to worry about it. So you get access to this PPTs for free. You can download it. You can add your elements. So that's the beautiful part about being a master practitioner. But rest of you all, you're most welcome to make notes and take it. But more than taking screenshots, make a note of it. Write down. That's more important. So all master practitioners, smile. This is yours. Yeah, you can use this. So now I should say this. No, you can all use this, but yeah, you don't like that, right? You don't like that, right? So that's how it is. So number 5, everybody give me 5. Practice speaking with confidence. Okay. It's very important to bring in this impact. Borrow techniques from leaders and speakers. I know most of us watch a lot of YouTube, watch a lot of reels, a lot of videos, but you need to go back in the history, pick up speeches, talks, presentations of highly influential people, and you learn from them. You learn from them, because you need to learn that confidence, because sometimes when you speak words with confidence, it becomes a declaration. Everybody write down this. When you speak words with confidence, it becomes a declaration. Imran, I want to be the topmost graphologist in the world. So when you speak with confidence, you are declaring to the universe. Remember, every word counts, because universe is listening. To learn to speak with confidence. I will complete this workshop effectively by participating effectively. So can you see that you say it with confidence, it actually creates. It becomes a declaration. Okay. So now I told you what all you should develop to make your vocabulary powerful. But now the next thing I want to tell you is what you should remove from your vocabulary. Are you with me? This is very important. This is very, very important. So make a note of this, okay? So we're going to the next part of it. It says toxic vocabulary. So these are the things which eats away the power from your conversation. So number 1 is stop using the word but. So everybody write down B-U-T, but, and scratch X mark. And every time you speak from here on, identify how you can replace this word but with anything else. Imran, I know I have to write graphotherapy in the morning, but done. Are you with me? So let's be accountable. Whenever you hear me saying but, you point it out. Whenever I hear you saying the word but, let's bring in that. Game, everybody? Yeah, but don't cut off people. First, listen to them. Let them finish what they have to say. Then you respond. I heard what you said, but you use the word but. Can you see that there? When I was undergoing training program, see, all of you are you're getting all this in a very easy format. The way we learned it was every time you use a toxic vocabulary, we had to pay a fine of 100 rupees. And 100 rupees in 2000, early 2000 meant a lot, okay? 100 rupees in early 2000 meant a lot. So we used to be very, very careful about the words because money was at stake. Money was at stake, okay? Number two, if, yeah, it's all small words. One letter word, two letter word. Look at this. Presupposes that you may not. Can you see that? What if he's not there? So that means you already presupposes, that means ye nahi hoga, ye hoga nahi. Can you see that? The conditions apply. Yes. Thank you, Prasida. Yeah, conditions apply. Condition apply. So stop using the word but and if. Okay. You need to find out better vocabulary for yourself. The next one is would have, past tense that draws attention to things that didn't actually happen. I would have completed my workshop. Can you see that? You're justifying that. I would have actually invested. I would have actually come. I would have actually met you. Would have is basically, what is it saying? It's a past tense that draws attention to things that didn't actually happen. So it's a negative vocabulary. Then should have is also not a right word, because the moment somebody says should have, past tense that draws attention to things that didn't actually happen and implies guilt. It implies guilt. Have you not heard your parents saying, I should have invested in that land? I should have actually joined that company. You should have at least joined that college. You should have joined that job. So then whenever people use should have, they're coming from the guilt for you or for themselves. You should have met that doctor before undergoing that surgery. Can you say that? Should have. So when you use the word should have, you're bringing the sense of guilt for the person who you're speaking for or the person who you're speaking yourself. So can you see that? It implies guilt of the past for not taking action. So can you see that? आप तो सिर्फ should have बोल रहे हैं, but the subconscious mind is interpreting that you're making me feel guilty. That's what doctors say, no? आपको पहले हमारे पास आना चाहिए था. You should have come to us before. That's what your CA says. You should have discussed with me before you made this payment. You see that? They actually say should have, but they actually want to make you feel guilty for not taking that. Okay, so what are the words, everybody? But, if, would have, should have. Now, my favorite, try. Can you see that? Chote hi words hai. It's like a Urili bomb. Small bomb, big impact. So, what does this word says? It says try. T-R-Y, try. Do you know in Olympics, there is no medal for trying. There's only medal for winning. Now, people will come and try use the word try. What do they say? Pre-purpose failure. You're indirectly telling me, mere se nahi hoga. Are you with me? You're indirectly telling me, mere se nahi hoga. Will you come to the workshop? Will you attend my live program tomorrow? Like, I'll try. So the moment you say try, you're actually telling me, देखेंगे हुआ तो करेंगे वरना कोई बात. So have you seen anybody trying to eat food? Have you seen anybody holding a spoon in their hand? It's like, what happened? No, I'm trying to eat food. No, you either eat food or you don't eat food. Will you justify that you're trying? Have you seen people with a half dressed, one hand in the shirt, other hand outside, and you go out of your home, and when people ask you what happened, you're like, no, I'm trying to wear this shirt. No, there's no trying, right? You eat food, you dress up or you don't dress up. There's nothing trying there. But why is that when it comes to taking action, losing weight, I'll try to lose weight. I will try to wake up early. I will try to be disciplined. I will try to do exercise. So the moment you use the word try, you're telling your subconscious mind, it's okay if you don't do it also. Are you with me? Are you with me? Can you see one shift of the words? Like Manjunath was sharing with me that I completely avoiding the word try. It led me to take action. Such a powerful word eliminated. Yeah. We don't use the word try. We don't use the word try. I'm saying I'm committed to work towards it. Yeah, I'll make sure I do this. Can you see that? So the moment you use different words, it changes. Can somebody tell me what could be an alternate for the word try? What could be an alternate for the word try? Come on, everybody, use your chat box, use your gray cells. Yeah, I'm committed to. Will do. Yeah, I will. I'll make sure. Can you see that how every word coming out right now shows more commitment than the word try? Everybody look at the chat box. I can. Yeah, I will. Definitely, no matter what, I shall, I must. Yeah, must and want is a different story. Yeah. Yeah, I'm committed. I'm committed to make this happen. Yeah. No, of course, is again exclamation mark. Okay. Wish. The world does not operate as per the wish. It operates by your commitment, right? Certainly, yes. Can you see that? You have better vocabulary, but you don't use it. That's the problem. Because you also know that deep down your heart, मुझे नहीं करना था इसलिए मैंने बोला try करेगा. I'll try coming to your wedding. I will try helping you. I'll try being on time. No, the moment you said try, लिख लो, ये नहीं आया. Yeah, initiating action, of course, beautiful. Please make a note of all these words, otherwise you'll forget. Okay. The next word is might. It does nothing definite. It leaves options for your listener. Might. I might be late. I might come early. I might visit Bangalore soon. Are you with me? I might get started with the project this week. So the might is nothing definite. So what do you think should be an alternate for the might? No, must does not sound good. Must sounds little arrogant for me. What could be a better word? Attempt is again better version of try. Okay, attempt karega. Attempt kiya na main. That's what we do. No, we attempted supplementary exam. We attended the exam. So attempt, second attempt, third attempt. That's why remember in engineering we had semesters carryovers. I attempted to clear all my subjects. Attempt negative word. Surely. No, we'll plan. No, planning does not help. I planned to get married when I was 30. No, planning does not help. I planned to join Infosys when I finished my graduate. Planning does not help. Hopefully, oh no, that's more negative. It's like hope against hope. We'll see in all probability. No, that's again a beautiful word against might. Okay. Possible for sure. Okay. Yeah, you need to explore. Okay. We can't master the language in a evening. But now that you got the sense of it, can you see that how difficult it is? Because घुमा फिरा के वही आ रहा है. We are letting go of this person, but उसकी बहन आ रही है, उसका भाई आ रहा है. Can you see that it's all correlated again? So that's the idea there. What is the next? Can't and don't. These words force the listeners to focus on exactly the opposite of what you want. Use this can't and don't. These words force the listener to focus on exactly the opposite of what you want. This is a classical mistake that parents and coaches make without knowing the damage of this linguistic error. Without knowing this linguistic error. So can't and don't. This is what we do with our kids, right? Don't do that. Don't go there. Don't touch that. Don't pick that. Don't eat that. Don't sit there. Can you see that? The research says your child listens to no more than S. And every time you say no, there's a rebel inside of you saying that अभी नहीं करेगा, बाद में तो जरूर करेगा. That's why we say no, don't watch horror movies. Now the child will definitely watch horror movies. Don't go to that room. The child will definitely go to the room. You tell your employees, don't open this folder. They will definitely want to open the folder. So can you say every time you use can't, you can't do that. You can't say that to me. So your husband will definitely say that statement to you like, are you with me? We also tell them as parent, you're my child. You can't say that to your parents. So you can't, you don't. Because every time you say this, you're implying the opposite of it in the person's head. That's why having a code of honor helps. Rules and regulations. That's why हमारे दिमाग में क्या है? Rules are meant to be broken. So that's why we don't make rules. We have a code of honor. All the 5 things which I read out for you is all not rules. It's a code of honor. Something which you feel deep inside of you. So that's why when you have in your family also, don't bring in the name of discipline, don't bring in rules. Rule, हमारे घर में rule है, हम लोग इतने बजे सो जाते हैं, इतने बजे खा लेते हैं. No, rules subconsciously are meant to be broken. So we have a code of honor that we don't speak this at home or we don't do this. Can you see that? This is a code of honor. Code of honors is an agreement within the family. Yes, Manjuna, you got it right. Now, all this which I'm speaking to you can be easily associated with handwriting traits. And for that, you need to see yourself as a professional handwriting analyst because the level of conversation is a little deeper. But what I'm speaking to you is in a very generic manner, which is applied, which is applicable in everybody's life. But मैंने बहुत बोला, देखो, it is, but so the idea here is that it is applicable in everybody's life. But as a handwriting analyst, but as a professional handwriting analyst, you will be able to understand deeper the connectivity between the behavior and also about the handwriting. Are you all with me? Give me biggest if you're with me. Okay. So चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. Now you need to work on this list of things. Remove these toxic words from your vocabulary. I can't. I'm not good enough. These are internal conversation. Okay. ये है ना, ये सब चीजें हैं which you speak to yourself internally. This may not come out of your head, come out of your mouth, but it is in your head. How many of you are able to relate to this? Tell me which one of this 1, 2, 3, 4. Which out of these 4 statements is something which you use more in your life? Come on, type in 1, 2, or 3. Third one, why me always? Always you have a complaint. Khuda, why me? I can't. Imran, I can't come. I have family to take care of it. I cannot sit for entire day on Sunday. Okay, why always me? I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. Maybe I do not excel in my life because I'm not good enough. Okay. Number 2, okay. There's no point doing it. Yeah, nahi hoga. Can you see that? This is a story of everybody's life. Okay, so you need to work on it. You need to really, really work on it. You need to really work on it. You need to really work on it. So everybody, please make a note of this. Come on, everybody, please make a note of this. All these things you should not be having in your personality. Everybody make a note of this, please. And commit that you're not going to have all this in your practice. Yep. Yeah, all these are, this language, what we spoke right now, the 4 statements, as per handwriting analysis, this is the language of people who have low self-esteem. So when people have low self-esteem, they tend to speak like this. When people have low self-esteem, they speak like this. No, I can't. Why do it? What is the point? Can you see that? What is the point in doing it? So all this thing happens. So come on, everybody. I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Make notes. What is your specific action plan for the coming days? What is the specific action plan? Making notes. What did you see? What was your biggest takeaway? Practice bring more empowering words in vocabulary, yes. But also make a list of things which you have been doing in your life that will also help you. Yeah, speak slowly. One of the biggest takeaway. I learned it. I used to speak so fast that my compliment also used to sound like a critic. Okay. So sometimes we do that. Remove toxic words. Yeah. It cannot happen overnight, but it will definitely happen. Okay. It cannot happen overnight, but it will definitely happen. So I have shared the link with you of my Facebook page. I made a post there. So everybody, I love to read all your comments because all the comments which you share on the chat box of Zoom gets completed once the session gets over. But let's see that on the Facebook. I have shared this link. Everybody type in your biggest takeaway on the Facebook link so that it gets registered. It could be your learning. It could inspire somebody from the way you wrote those words. Find alternate words for toxic vocabulary. Ashishji, yes. Using it, going back to dictionary will help you. Yeah, it really helps you. And go for the physical, dictionary. Don't go to the internet because internet will give you alternate words, suggestive words. No, stick with the one word. Because the one beautiful thing about internet is you ask one question, it will give you 2,000 answers. And in the sway of finding answers, you will get you lose the question which you had. Yeah. Power of words, yes. Overall, your biggest asset in your life when it comes to connecting with people is your language, Zuban. And you have to be wise in using this language, the words. It can make a relationship, it can break a relationship. Right? Can you see that? I commit to being in your life is one word. Divorce is another word. Walking out of a relationship is another word. And everything is nothing but a declaration. And remember, every time you say negative words, you're more confident. That's why it does not just sound as a word, it sounds as a declaration. I hate you is just not a word compared to I love you, because I hate you is a declaration. It's not just a word because it comes with more confidence. I don't know how many of you realize this. All negative words comes with more confidence in your mouth. That's why it sounds like a declaration. I don't like that. I did not enjoy that. I didn't expect that from you. Can you say that? Can you see the way you say it itself has a lot of confidence? And remember the rule, anything you say with confidence, it does not sound like a statement, it's a declaration. It's a declaration. Yeah, it's a matter of time. Yeah. Thank you. Please use this link. I want to see all of your love. Tell me what's happening on what was your biggest takeaway from this conversation? Great. So it's about to say bye to you. But before we do that, I want to acknowledge each one of you. Thank you for being amazing participants. The way you participate, the way you interact, inspires me to come back with more better way of looking at life. How many of you are excited for my next Thursday session? And how many of you observed I used a lot of pauses and I had everybody's attention with me? See, learn to stay with people, because the magic is not inside of you, it's in front of you. The people, your clients, your family, your friends. Most of the time when you're speaking, you're the hero. No, you use the words to make other people hero, and that's how people will connect with you. Okay. So how was the session today? Did you learn something new today? So give me one word. What was your biggest takeaway from this session? Yeah. Thank you, Ravinji, for the great session. Thank you, each one of you being there. But I want to promise from everybody, make sure we have double the attendance next Thursday. How many of you are committed for that? So I don't know who you're going to reach out, but it has to be a student of the community. Okay. You can't bring people from outside. But I have a request. Can I make a request? Okay. You learned something new. Go share this with people in your life. Okay. You must be going for dinner now. On a dinner table, share this conversation. You might be having a team meeting tomorrow. Take 5 minutes off. Tell them, I learned something new. I want to share this with you all. Because learn, practice, and teach, it will remain in your head. Talk to your child. No matter how grown up the child is, how young the child is, conversation everybody understands. If they can understand a movie, they can understand your conversation. So make it happen. So how many of you will try to do this? How many of you commit to do that? Yeah. Remember, we learned something. No trying, committing. Yeah. I will. I'm committed. Yeah. Learn, practice, and teach. Share this with people. Because when the best way to remember is to share it with people. Okay. Those of you who are very good at social media, you are very good at making reels. ये इस पे रील बनती है. Okay. I should tell this to myself also. Imran, इस पे रील बनती है. Okay. आपके पास कंटेंट है, आप बना सकते हो. So I'll tell myself. I'll also work on it. So let's make it happen. Okay. Wish I could learn in my life before. Mosumi, no guilt feeling. Today is the day. Tonight is the night. Start your life today. It's okay. It's all gone, dusted. Okay. Thank you so much. Love you all. Continue to be awesome. Spread some love and keep the smile on. Blessed day, everybody. Blessed evening. Blessed night. And do share.